Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, you guys probably already guessed it, but it's gonna be on this baby right here. So Colourpop just came out with a collection featuring Frozen 2. You should know what Frozen 2 is, like come on, it's literally everywhere. They came out with a collection featuring Elsa and Anna. Basically they just created a couple different products for each character and also did sets for each. I did buy both of them. I think they retailed for $38 each and then $76 for the whole collection. I bought the whole collection and I did do a video on the Anna one, which has this little palette and all of the other things. So if you guys haven't watched that, go ahead and watch it. They also had little sets for each. So you got a Glitterly Obsessed, a Ultra Glossy Lip, a Luxe Lip, and the 9-pan palettes. I decided to get both because I honestly was just so intrigued by both of them that I wanted both of them. If I did have to choose and I wasn't gonna buy both of them, honestly would probably have just bought the Anna one, but you know, I just decided to do it. It was the first time I've ever bought a full like collection of anything, so I was just excited to be able to do that and thought they were both fun and very beautiful on like just two different levels really, because yeah, I don't know. Today's video is going to be on this whole collection here. I'm gonna do swatches on this and also show you guys how I got this look that's on my face right now. So if you guys want to see how I got this look here, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you guys what's in the box. I mean, you already know. Anyways, so basically it's the same thing as the Anna collection. So you get the same type of items. You'll get one Ultra Glossy Lip and one 9-pan eyeshadow palette, one Luxe Lip, and then one Glitterly Obsessed. So let's go ahead and just start with the Glitterly Obsessed. And look at the, I mean, hold on. I don't even know, like, look at how beautiful this looks, by the way. Like, so beautiful. Like, look at this. Like, it's so gorgeous. Like, look at this. I think I'm also super excited because I've never really, I don't usually buy full sets when a collection comes out. Just usually don't want to spend that much money. I'm down to try things, but maybe not get the whole collection, and this time I really wanted to get both. So I'm excited to like finally experience that, I guess. Like, I don't know. It feels special to me because this is the first like full collection I've bought of really any release. Like honestly, I've never bought like a full collection of anything that's come out. I've always bought like certain things, but not the whole thing. Anyways, so this is the Glitterly Obsessed container, and this is in the shade The Dark Sea. This one actually looks so beautiful, like, but it's kind of like a iridescent sort of shade with more purple and green. Oh no, you really can't see it that well. Not the most beautiful swatch in the whole entire world, but it's not really my strong suit, so. And this one, just like the other one, literally smells like bubbles. Like, I just want to go to the dollar store and buy like a container, just like a bottle of bubbles now, and just sit here like, that's all I smell when I open these things, is just bubbles. Let's go ahead and show you guys the lipstick. So again, this is the packaging. Both collections just have really pretty packaging, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys what it looks like, and I'll swatch it on the back of my hand as well. I definitely do like the one in the Anna collection better. It's just more, I don't know, this one's pretty too. But this is, so it's still kind of a more red, like berry tone. The other one is a little more brown based, where this one is probably like more blue based. Not the best swatches, but the one on the top is the Elsa one, the one on the bottom is the Anna one. For the glossy lip, this one's just like a frosty, kind of like an iridescent again, just kind of a silvery clear color. One thing that I thought was kind of weird with this applicator is when you take it out of the bottle for the first time, it takes a little while for the bristles to kind of like loosen up. They come out of the bottle like super hard for some reason. And this is the applicator. So all of these products are generally like the design is set up the same, just the colors are different from the other collection. I mean, it makes sense, you know. And then this is what it swatches out like. I can barely see that on my hand, but it is more of a clear silvery lip gloss, where the other one is more of a peachy like nude. And then, let's be real, the whole reason why I wanted both of these collections were the palettes. I definitely was a little more drawn to the Anna one, just color story wise. It seems something, it's more of what I normally would wear, but this one was equally as intriguing because it seemed like it would be a little more challenging for me, which is always nice to have. And by challenging, it's just like I don't normally think of all of these colors together. So there's kind of like a periwinkle shade with like a more red shade, some like silvery shades in here. They definitely all go together, but I'm more prone to the one in the Anna palette on like a everyday sort of like, I just am drawn to those colors. But these are just so beautiful. Like, I want to show you guys the two palettes together too. So this is what they look like. Yeah, like just seeing this one, I'm so much more drawn to this one versus this one. They are both totally beautiful, but this is definitely something that I would be more traditionally into versus this one. But I am so excited to try this one. Like, I just feel like it'll be a little more challenging for me, and I think it'll be fun. Alright, and let's go ahead and get into the swatches. So the first shade is called Cuddle Close. I still have staining from the Anna palette too. I just filmed that video last night, so hopefully that doesn't interfere on the swatches too much. So that's what it's looking like. They both kind of have that standard highlight shade in them, which is nice. It always kind of bothers me when palettes don't have that. I mean, it's not like I don't have a million of them, but if you want to focus on one palette, it's like you couldn't have a highlight shade. The next shade is called Fire. The one thing I will say is I feel like the writing on the packaging is just kind of hard to read. Like, I literally have to like sit there and I'm like, okay, now I know what it says. Ooh, that one looks super pretty. Okay, and this one with my freaking old lady eyes. Northern Lights. Oh, wow. That looks so pretty. And then this shade is in the shade Gale. Ooh, that one's a really nice like lilac shade, which is really pretty. Okay. So far, all of these are coming out super gorgeous. The next shade is the pressed glitter. I'm not going to spend too much time with this because it's a pressed glitter. I don't know what else you guys want me to tell you about that one, but overall the glitters are really pretty, but I just really wish they would stop putting them in the palettes. Like, and this shade, I totally forgot to get the name of it. That is such a beautiful shade though. It's like a kind of like a periwinkle shade. Alright, that is Water. I literally thought that said Waiter at first. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Alright, and this next shade, oh, I totally have some of the other one underneath it. This next shade looks really pretty because again, it's a similar setup to the other palette. So this has kind of like a satiny shade, like a matte with a little bit of sparkle to it. And this is it. I really want to use these two shades together. This is Awakened. Probably want to use this one as well. This is Ice Crystals. I really want to use this shade too. And also, this is, oh my god. I don't know, we're going with that. There we go. That makes sense. Alright. Ooh, that one's really pretty too. I want to use like all four of these shades together. Alright, so let's get you guys a little bit closer. So these are the swatches. Again, nothing super fancy. on my part, but all of these shades are super pretty. I'm really into like all of these. I mean, these look really, really pretty too, but just all of these like mainly. And I still have the pigment on my hand. But for sure, those last four, that's what we're working with. Like, I can almost guarantee it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean my arm off, even though I know for sure it's going to stain. But I'm gonna clean my arm off. I'm gonna start on one of the eyes, and then I will show you guys what look we come up with. Okay, so this is basically what's going on. I might add a little bit more glitter to this part to kind of make it more full, but I feel like for now I can always do that later. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. I feel like this looks a little more berry tones than I was anticipating, but overall I think it's actually kind of pretty, so just roll with it. I already primed this side. I'm gonna go into this shade here. It's just gonna be kind of our blending shade, kind of our base in a way. It's not gonna go all over the lid, it's just gonna kind of go on the outskirt, but it's gonna be kind of our staple to blend everything out. But I just like to go in with this first, and then that way you can always add more once you need to start blending out more. This shade is really pretty too. Like, I could totally just wear this all over the lid and be happy. Alright, so that's basically all we need from that shade right now. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit more right through here. And this look overall is kind of, it's really similar to the last one I did as far as all of the steps and all of that goes. Nothing's really all that different from it. We're obviously just using different colors, but basically the setup is pretty much the same, just using the colors in this palette, which I thought would be kind of nice just to have them similar in style but obviously different in color. So I'm going to take this deeper shade right here, and I am doing this a little bit differently than what I did. I feel like I always say that, but I do the first eye so I can figure out if I can do what I want to do, and then I kind of figure out what works and then what's better to do later. So when I'm doing this eye, it's kind of like a work in progress, and I'm figuring out how I want to do the other eye and to see if it actually works. So I do like the way that this look came out, but there are things now that I know that I could do a little bit differently, so that's why I say I'm doing it differently, just because this is the way that I found actually ends up working out for me better than the way that I previously tried. So I don't know, I just thought you guys should know that. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this shade here, and again it's kind of like what we did last time, so I'm just putting that where we're gonna end up cutting the crease out, basically, to have that part nice and deep. And eventually I will bring it out a little bit further throughout the eye, but really focusing on the parts where we're gonna cut out. And I'm probably adding more than I actually need to, since the concealer is gonna get rid of a lot of this pigment, but I feel like it just helps the look transition a little bit better. So I'm definitely adding more than I probably need to right now, but again, it's kind of just about blending everything out. And then from there, I'm gonna go in to this shade here, and I'm gonna do it really lightly and just kind of use that as a transition shade a little bit, since it's a little bit lighter than the other shade. Still in the same like color story really. And then from there I'm just going to go back into the first shade we started out with and kind of blend everything back out. So just soften the look a little bit from what we have right now. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the crease with concealer, and I'll be back. I'm going to go into the blue shade. I'm going to do a mixture of brush and probably a little bit with my fingers. I'm not really gonna say like, hey, I'm starting it this way. You guys will just see as I go. That's just kind of how I work. I like to do with both, especially when it comes to looks like this. So I'm gonna start out with the brush and then just kind of go from there. So from there, I'm going to dip into this shade right here. I'm just doing a really light amount, just a light amount. I feel like I just lied because that definitely wasn't a light amount at all. I feel like, I don't know, this is totally not on topic at all, but whenever I do these tutorials, I'm just like, oh yeah, totally fine, like don't worry about it if it's not perfect, like it's totally fine. I feel like if I were a teacher, I'd literally be the same way. I'd be like, yeah, you should do it this way, but like it's totally fine if you don't, you know? I don't know. I don't really know how to explain like what I was thinking in my head when like before I said that, but I don't know, I just feel like makeup and just any sort of like creative process is so up to you that you can kind of just decide what works best for you. I don't know, this is like a weird tangent because I feel like it's not completely related to what happened, but I guess it's like what I've learned from doing my makeup, especially from filming and stuff, is, you know, not everything's always gonna come out the way that you planned, but there's always, like, you can do something wrong and you can always fix it. Like, I think that's why I love doing the other, like, one eye first and then going from there. Because, like, whatever doesn't work the first time, I can always try and do differently the next time. Well, obviously keeping it, like, the same look, but, you know. You feel me? Oh, and totally forgot to tell you guys. So I'm dipping back into the darker, like, burgundy shade, just to kind of deepen this up a little bit. And then from there, just going to start off with that lighter rosy, peachy color. I guess it's more of like a rosy color. The one that we started out with, and just kind of blend this out. So basically, underneath the eye, I just took, let's see. I did the same shade that I was just using, so that more like the lighter shade in here, and then just kind of brought that under the eye. Alright, and then from there, just going into the darkest shade and just taking really tiny flat brush. I don't know why I decided to take that kind of brush, but I did it on the other eye, and I just kind of take it in closer to the waterline, but not completely on it. And then I just want most of the pigment to be on the outer edge, still covering the whole bottom like lash line, but really keep it deeper on the outside. And then from there, I took this Colourpop liner, and then, yeah, I usually don't do that on camera because it's like hecka difficult for me for some reason. I feel like I haven't said hecka since I was literally like 13. I don't know why I just said that. But anyways, to finish off the look, ooh, you know what? I totally didn't do this. Oh, there's actually a couple things that I forgot to do. So before we're done here, I took this more silvery shade, kind of dusted it off a little bit, and so this shade right here, and that's my inner corner situation. You know, it's literally been years since the, ooh, I did more on this side than I did on this side. I need to fix that, because that actually looks kind of good. Okay, so it's literally been years since the Jersey Shore was like popular, but for some reason, situation, that's all I think of is just Jersey Shore. My mind has been completely ruined from that word, I guess. Not ruined, but like, you know, like that's just one of those like word association things. Like I hear situation and like it could mean a ton of things, but like I literally think of Jersey Shore. Ooh, that eyebrow though. And I'm gonna go into this shade here, and I didn't do this earlier, so hopefully this looks right. And then just gonna use that as my brow bone highlight. It's not as poppin' as the other one. I might try to use that as my highlight like I did in the last look. Alright, so that's basically it. I will finish off with the glitter, and I wanted to show you guys what I was using. So I didn't use anything in the palette. Last time I did the little bit of the glitter outline sort of deal, I tried to use one of the glitters in the palette. I just decided I wasn't going to do that. So I do have this NYX eyeliner that I'm going to use too. I'm not going to show that on camera because it really doesn't have anything to do with this collection. But basically just take it and kind of pop it right where you cut out the crease just to like accentuate it a little bit more. And yeah, I might pop on some lashes and do the rest of my face, and then I'll show you guys the finished look and kind of talk about everything. So this is it. I'm so awkward. Guess we'll just talk about my overall thoughts of everything. So I didn't actually put the gloss on to see what it looked like. I was gonna start with the lipstick first, and I actually kind of like the lip with this. I am probably gonna go out later tonight and I'll probably put this on instead of the lipstick. But yeah, overall, I don't have any complaints. Like, let's just think about everything really fast and then go from there. I don't know. This palette is just really pretty. It actually is a little more wearable than I was thinking it was gonna be. I, for some reason, thought there were a lot more like just red and blue shades, and that basically covers 3 of the shades and that's it. But I mean, you could definitely work with all of these shades and still have something really, really pretty. I definitely want to try something that's going to be like blue and silvery, and then like red and like the pinky like purple shades. But overall, this palette is really pretty. I didn't use all of the shades, so I can't really say that the whole palette is amazing. There's only 3 with the pressed glitter that I didn't use, but other than that, I used all the other shades and I really have no complaints. I think that everything was really smooth to work with, very, very easy to blend out, easy to build up. So, you know, like honestly, quality-wise, it was perfect. I had literally no complaints. I probably should have worked with the shimmers a little bit more, but when I was starting the look, I was either gonna do like the silver or the blue, and I really wanted to do the blue, and then I was gonna try to make it work with both of them, but I kind of wanted to keep it all matte and then not really use the shimmers. I don't know, that's just kind of what I was feeling. I really like the two-toneness to it, how it's like blue into a more like berry color. I think those colors work really nice together, and I felt like that was going to be something a little more challenging for me and something a little more fun, rather than doing the look that the other look I was thinking of, which would have been similar still, but would have relied more on the silvery shade. And I'm kind of glad that I went this route versus that one, but I definitely have a look that's similar to this, but using the silvery shade at like with a cut crease, and I think that would look really pretty too. But yeah, this palette is super nice. Like I really like this color selection. Super easy to work with. Overall, good quality. Like you know, that's basically like, that's it. Those are my thoughts. Like, take it, you know, like really like the palette. The lipstick, I do like this lipstick formula, so the shade, not bad. Not usually something that I gravitate towards. It's more of like a berry color, so I don't know how much I'll actually wear the shade. I liked the one in the Anna set a lot better than this one. It is still pretty, and I do like the formula of the Luxe lips, but color-wise, you know, it's not bad, but How many times am I going to wear it? I'm not 100% sure. Then same thing with the lip gloss. I'll probably get more use out of the lip gloss actually than the lip. I actually didn't even try this on, so sorry about that. But I am actually really excited about this lip gloss. And then the Glitterly Obsessed, really don't need to talk about it that much. You know, those products just, they puzzle me. Like, I was thinking about it when I did the liner, and I kind of wish whenever they did these glittery products, one, I wish you would just use less chunky glitter for the pressed glitters and we'd be fine. You know, like something that's gonna be fine around your eyes. Done. Like, that's my thought on that. Just use something I could actually use around my eyes, please. Then the Glitterly Obsessed, why couldn't they just do a little like pot like that, but with finer glitter? Like, what are we exactly supposed to do with the Glitterly Obsessed? Like, just smear it all over our face? Like, what am I actually supposed to do with these? Like, no, that's gonna be the death of me. Anyways, the only thing that I can think of literally is putting it on your temples, smearing it underneath your eyes, like putting it in your hair. I don't know. This is such like a festival thing. I'm like, how many times do we need to make these? You know? How many times? Because they are beautiful. They're great to look at, but it's basically all I'm doing. Like, overall, I really enjoyed both sets. I tried to think about what one I liked better. I still think I kind of like the Anna one a little bit better, but overall, both super great products. Both pretty in their own way. Yeah, I'm still excited that I got both of them. Like, I still support the fact that I bought both of them, but the Anna one is definitely a little more my style. This one is still really pretty, and I do actually like this look that I did. Yeah, I don't know, that's basically how I feel about this. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.